This AI agent made me over $1,000 in 1 week. And I didn't run ads, I didn't cold email anyone. In fact, I didn't even have to touch my inbox. I built it once and it literally started closing clients while I was asleep. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I built it step by step so you guys can copy it and start turning every single lead into money automatically. So here's the truth that no one talks about. Most freelancers, creators, and even agencies lose clients because they reply too late. You get a message, you think to yourself, oh, I'll reply later, and the client has already hired someone else. In the world of freelancing, speed is everything. So I built an automation that basically became my personal assistant. It responds to every single lead instantly in my writing style, and it's smart enough to understand what the client wants, craft a human reply, ask the right clarifying questions, offer call times, follow up if they don't respond, and eventually book the meeting for me. And because the reply goes out under 5 minutes, the conversion rate is actually crazy. The week I built this AI agent, I actually ended up closing 2 clients at $500 each, making me a total of $1,000 without me having to do anything. So without any further ado, let's jump in and I'll show you guys exactly how I built it. Alright guys, so I'm inside of Zapier and this is the automation that we're going to be building. So I have 4 zaps that make up the automation and I'm using Zapier Canvas to lay them out in an organized manner. And also if you're new to Zapier, you can just go to the link in the description and then basically you're going to be taken to this page right here where you can just describe whatever automation you want in the copilot and it's pretty much going to make everything for you. And I'm going to be leaving the exact prompt that made me this automation in the description as well, so you guys can get pretty much exactly the results that I have here without having to do anything. So let me just go over this automation, how this works and how everything, comes together to build this automation. So let's go over the first zap, which is right there. So this says when a new typeform response is received, extract lead data, generate a personalized reply, send the reply, and then add the lead to Google Sheets. So if I just open Zap, you're going to see that what we're doing is that we have a typeform form submission. Once a form is submitted, it's going to send that to ChatGPT and it's going to ask it to extract all the information. So for example, the name of the person, what service they want, what their budget is, project details, all that kind of stuff. You can see that we're asking it to be thorough and extract all the relevant information. Once all that is done, we're basically using a Gmail note to send a personalized response to them. So we're doing this with the Gmail note and if I go down, we're including their name, service, and all that kind of stuff. And along with this, we're also giving them our calendar link. Now you can obviously add your calendar link here. This is going to be really handy because you don't really have to go back and forth in, discussing what time works for both of you. You can just give them your link and they're going to book the meeting on their own. So after we send them this reply, we're also adding that lead to our Google Sheets file. So if I just show you the Sheets file first, then I will go over what exactly we're doing here. So our Sheets file basically has a couple of different fields. So name, email, service, budget, deadline, and status. So once we get an email from somebody, we're adding all their information into our CRM, which in this case is Google Sheets. You can again use Notion or even Zapier tables if you want. Like there's many different options that you can use. But the way we do this is basically by first setting it up by connecting our Google account and then going to configure. And then we're just adding all our information. So your name, your email, service, and all that kind of stuff. And the status initially is going to be sent email because all this is happening after we send them a response, right? So this is all this Zap does. You can see that it's pretty straightforward. And by the way, connecting Typeform was also pretty straightforward. I just had to create an account on their website and I just had to log into my Typeform account with Zapier. So it just automatically connected it. And the configuration is pretty simple as well. You just have to select which form is going to be submitted. Whenever a new form is submitted, it's going to basically automatically fetch and do this whole process. So once this is done, what it's going to do is that it's going to move on to the next one, the next app. And by the way, all these are not happening in a sequence. All of them are happening independently. So it doesn't really matter what order you go into. All of them are pretty much running at all times and just working independently, if that makes sense. So if I open this app, the second one, let me first show you what exactly this does. So basically, whenever you receive a new email, you're going to search if that email address, that lead email address is in the Google Sheets file. If it matches, we're going to update the corresponding lead status to awaiting reply. If that doesn't make sense, that's perfectly fine. So what happens is, so once you send them your personalized response, if they reply back, then you're basically going to have to respond yourself, right? So in that case, it's just going to tell you in the Google Sheets that it is awaiting a response. So this is all that Zap does. It's pretty straightforward. So every 15 minutes, it's going to look for a new email. It's going to filter them to make sure that it's not our email. Because if you just look for all emails, it's going to include your own sent emails as well. So we're making sure that it's not from our own email, and everything else, whatever the latest email is, just take that email, check if that email address is in this Google Sheets file. Right now, it only has one record, but you're obviously going to have multiple. If it does exist in that, then you can just go to that specific status and just update it to reply awaiting. So that's how it works. Now let's go on to the third one. This is when a meeting is scheduled, then what it's going to do is that it's going to send you a meeting briefing. So all the information that you need to know about their business or about their project, you're going to have that sent to you on your email so you can properly prepare for the meeting, right? So Let me just go ahead and open this app. And then we can see that we have a Calendly note right there. So you're again going to have to go to the Calendly website, create an account there, and just log into that account inside of Zapier, and that's going to connect it automatically. So that's pretty much it. Whenever somebody books a meeting, it's going to be triggered. This Zap is going to be triggered, and then it's going to send all that information to ChatGPT, and it's going to send them their name, email, time zone, all that kind of stuff, and also some information from the client that is going to help us prepare for the meeting, right? So it's going to send all that information to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT will basically create a meeting briefing for us and send it to our own email address so we can better prepare for the meeting beforehand, right? So now once all that is done, we're going to go back to Google Sheets and we're going to update the lead status to meeting scheduled. And that is pretty much it for this one. Let's move on to the next one now. Now this automation is going to be independent from all others. This is basically for following up with the client in case they don't reply. So if I just open it, you can see that what we're essentially doing is that once a new lead is added to our Google Sheets file, what it's going to do is that it's going to add a delay for 24 hours, and then it will generate a follow-up email for that lead. It will only send the email if the status currently is sent email, which means that we have basically sent them the response, but we haven't heard back from them within 24 hours. Then we're going to basically send them a follow-up email. And so using this Gmail node, we're sending them the follow-up email. And then after that, we're using this Google Sheets node to update the lead status to followed up. So that's pretty much all there is to this automation. I think it's pretty straightforward. Now let me show you guys how you can put in the prompt to get this exact automation. All right, now I want to show you guys really quick how you can sort of put in the prompt and get this exact workflow. So I have this prompt, which I'm going to leave in the description below. So what you can do is you can just copy this whole prompt and you can just come to Zapier and put it in the Copilot. Alternatively, what you can do is you can just click the link in the description, which is going to have this prompt already put in. But if you want to, modify something, if you want to add another feature, for example, you want to add multiple triggers, let's say with a type form, you also want to do, let's say, emails, incoming emails, you want to sort of trigger the workflow on those as well, then you can just, modify this prompt and it's going to do everything for you. So once you have this prompt, and then you can just click this button right there, after which it's going to ask you to go to Canvas editor. And I already have that open in this. So this is the exact prompt that I put in. And then it asked me to go to Canvas builder. And after that, it just set up the whole canvas for me. Now you can see that we have 4 zaps here. So you can individually go into these and configure all these yourselves, because obviously you're going to have to log into your accounts. For example, your Gmail account and all that stuff, you are going to have to manually connect all that stuff. So I'm just going to show you guys how you can configure one of these, and rest of them you can probably figure out on your own. It's really not that difficult. So let's go inside the zap. And then all you need to do is just click the node, and then in the account, it's going to ask you to basically connect your account, and you can do that. And then make sure in all the nodes, the prompts and all the information here is correct. If you don't want to put it yourself, you can just ask it to build this completely, and then if I send this, it is going to automatically fill everything out for me. That's personally my favorite part of Zapier, the fact that you can just ask the AI to do everything for you, and it really does. And in the AI node as well, it added all the input fields and the prompt itself, and basically that's how you can build all these zaps individually, and then just turn them on. Just click this icon right there, this one right there, to turn them on and make them active. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I really hope you guys learned something new as well. If you have any questions about this, feel free to let me know in the comments below, and I will try my best to help you guys. And with that being said, be sure to like this video, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.